Hey everybody, Jason Moran here at Cardium. Got an interesting question that came through just yesterday, and it was talking about in the heart failure patient. She was asking about, does the increased heat cause this additional swelling in my feet? Now, with heart failure, remember we have that poor function of the heart itself. It's not as efficient as it should be. We have a weakening of the heart in one form or another, and because of that inefficiency of the heart, that weakness, we don't get really good, strong circulation through arteries and veins. So a lot of times, especially if there's some kind of fluid retention going on, we get that swelling in the feet. That's just part of heart failure. It's just that sign of fluid retention. Now, as far as the effects of heat on that swelling, that can also take place. It's not uncommon for that to happen at all. You know, as the body heats up, blood vessels will dilate. It's a natural mechanism. It's not just inherent in heart failure. It's just a natural mechanism in everybody, and it's the body's way of trying to cool itself. But as that dilation happens, and we have poor circulation going through, then we end up getting additional swelling in the feet, and it's fairly common. Now, there's several ways that we can correct this or even prevent this from happening in the first place. If you do have some swelling in your feet, you can do some cool water soaks. That will help. It brings the blood vessels back together. It does some blood vessel constriction. That will help with the swelling. Wearing compression socks is a big one. That definitely helps prevent it from happening in the first place. And as a side bonus, it helps encourage that blood flow back to the heart. Okay. Another one is make sure that you're not sitting in a dependent position, meaning with your feet hanging down from the chair, because all that's going to happen is you have gravity working against you, and now that additional fluid is going to pool in the feet. So try to keep your feet elevated as much as possible. It gives much better circulatory return. And then last but not least is try to get some form of exercise or just moving the feet, some real gentle walking, something like that. The way our body returns blood back to the heart is, remember, there's no pump in the foot, right? So to get the blood back to it is through the action of walking. As we walk, the pressure of our weight against our foot against the ground squeezes those vessels and it forces blood back up. The mechanism of walking is the pump to return blood back to the heart. Now, I know a lot of you are going to be worn out, you're weak, the just strain of everything else that you've got going on makes walking very difficult. It's a lot easier said than done. Whatever you're safe to do, try that, okay? For some folks, they can't walk easily, but they can get on a stationary bike and just perform some really, really light pedaling on there. That helps with circulation. For other folks, they can't get up and walk safely, but they can stand next to their bed or their couch, whatever it is that they're comfortable sitting at. They can stand at that and just kind of step in place. Just that enough, that little bit there is oftentimes enough. All right. I hope you all found this helpful. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. In the meantime, y'all take care of each other.